Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik, and this is a game War in the Pacific Admirals Edition. Play by email against Jochen. Jochen is an allied player, and for me the Empire of Japan. Scenario 1 and a 1-day turn setup. Now we check today the 22nd of February and I take Kokong without a fight. Jochen already give up this position. It was not able for his low quality units to hold against the might of Japanese army any longer. So they run, because what else they can do? My peacetime patrol here, Source of Australia, was unsuccessful to stop this cruiser and destroyers. Maybe another time. 6 torpedoes. On the light cruiser had maybe a little more chance, but it was more or less also anti-submarine attack, so this submarine maybe simply shoot out all of his torpedoes to have a better chance to escape, and this was successful. Unluckily no hit. Not like Jochen, always lucky with his torpedoes. I am always unlucky with my torpedoes. If only 10% of my torpedoes would hit the target, then maybe I'm already in California this time. So Mark 14s also fail, but only 2 torpedoes. Not sure why only 2 torpedoes. This is normally a sub attack. He could use more, but he don't want. Or he have nothing left. I don't know. Christmas Islands, I sent some small detachment to secure this outer bases. Same in Osthaven. Lend a force, take support, make sure there's no cargo ship, no seaplane left. And here, similar in the Philippines. It's a clean-up operation now. So still subs outside of Tokyo Bay, and this also looks like near to Minato. But so far I'm not sure how many merchant ships Jochen really sunk in the water around of Japan. I think 2 or 3, mostly I think patrol ships, less cargo ships. And patrol ships, I have still 1 or 2 dozens more I can feed to the submarines if they really want. Concentrate attack on Xi'an. This time I think it's a ground attack, because units are moving. But I can create damage, so even if this hex, it's an open hex, but it has a fort level of 3, so I'm not so sure if then the fort level still counts if a unit is moving. Maybe, maybe not. Here I also try to prevent any reinforcements entering Changsha. So same time, some bombardment of airports in Changsha keeps the damage high. They make it impossible for Jochen to repair anything. But only small damage. More disabled units in Xi'an, so that if I strike on Xi'an, then simply there's less attack value waiting for me. Here is Jochen trying again with his B-17s to attack my forces in Changsha. Luckily I have here a lot of flak with me. I don't use fighters. It shows me that it's simply not possible to use Japanese fighters and long-range cap over enemy airbase. This was not working so good in Kokon, so I simply rely now on my army flak. I cannot really kill much with this, but I can at least damage the B-17s, so that Jochen maybe can use them once or twice, and then he must wait 4 or 5 days to repair them, hopefully. So, morning airstrikes, all very common, only China air war, nothing else. Scouting some ships movement around Nomaya and Fiji. And bad weather. Again, support strikes out of Palau. Slow down, but really only slow down. The damage is minimal. Out of Manila, some additional strike. This is maybe more impact. Still minor. Only support. Slow down. Give me more time to prepare my defense situation. So there's no Navy unit around, so the secondary task of my dive bombers are now port strike, and it looks like I find something in... I think last turn I attacked already here and there was a destroyer. Today I find nothing. Yeah. So there are still cap fighters over Tarakan and Fleck. I'm not more sure why I sent in this. This is the turn. I thought, okay, I put my fighters on long range cap over Tarakan, and then I sent my transport airplanes inside. But you just saw, long range cap is really only working in the AM phase and in the PM phase. It looks like not at night. At some other day I also will try this, but maybe this is related that you must have purely night fighters. This I don't know now. But at least for this late air transport, airdrop, it is not working with long range cap, so never try this. It's simply not working. You can only sweep. You can also not escort, because escort is also only working for morning and afternoon, but not for the evening strike. Yeah, I suffer here some losses, but it's nothing critical. Transport airplanes are always only support. So, attack on, I think this is the second battle of Bendering, and maybe I can break here today already the Dutch forces. It would save some time for me. You can see that there's not more much really here. Some Landstorm, this is all third class units. So this Dutch force is maybe fighting with the same ability or quality like Chinese units, but they're simply less. The Chinese are only good because they have the great numbers, not because of quality or training or equipment. It's only the great number of guns and pistols, arrows and knives and kung fu fighters. I don't know what they are using. So fort is... No, I still cannot break completely the resistance, but I lost nearly nothing, only disabled, and the Dutch forces again losing now 1 to 1, 1 destroyed, 1 disabled, so one more attack and then it's over. Now second battle of Balikpapan, maybe we can end this here.
Hello, my misguided friends. This is your #1 enemy, Orphan Anne, from Radio Tokyo, with another blow to your morale and some music to console you. Today, the imperial government announced that the ever-victorious forces of the Japanese Empire have captured Balikpapan.
So, we don't take the last base on Java, but we take Balikpapan. And that is also nice. Unluckily, many units can still run away. And you can see that here is still 24 disabled. Oh, everything what is disabled is more or less, I think, running away. And what is destroyed is, of course, out. But you can still see that 5 units are running away, maybe with nothing more inside, or nearly nothing. But there is still at least, I think, 24 and some support units disabled now running around in the somewhere in Borneo in the jungle. And who won't go into this jungle? I have no time for this kind of cleanup operation, so I will keep maybe small detachment units in the base, and if Jochen don't come out, I then stay in the jungle. I think without supplies, and if it's malaria area, I think then they are dying soon. Soon or later, at least. So, I'm forced to make a shock attack because I make the air transport. I'm losing a little stuff, but not so much. But I can also not break anything. So now at this point I realize, okay, now I know how you make an airdrop on an enemy base. So you cannot escort them, you cannot make long range cap. The only thing what is working is sweeping the base. First sweep the base and then make airdrop. But again, this is the second play by email I first have. So Dojo was like the training game. And with Dojo, everything was much better. Dojo was very passive, and I think I can handle a passive player better than Jochen. Jochen is always American crazy and all out, and sometimes this works in favor for me, and sometimes it surprised me. And yeah, but we both all learn here, and this is most important. Learn and teach maybe others so that maybe there are more players to enjoy this kind of game. Good, we arrive at 23rd of February, the last week of this month. Let's see how the air loss is. 4 to 22. So 22 sounds high, but this is, you can see, mainly related to my TINA. Transport airplanes get all killed. Yeah, but transport airplanes. And the pilots also doesn't matter. So if I cut this 13 out, then I have here normally not so big losses. These are also transport airplanes. So 16 transport plus 1 Talia is also transport. And Jochen lost a B-17 by my flag maybe, a Catalina, and one more bit Catalina. So it's okay. So the whole turn was okay. Only this disaster of air transport is of course a setback. But it's like losing cargo ships, I would say. It's never nice to lose them, but this have no impact, so long you don't lose all your cargo ships. Ship sunk, last turn was... I'm not more sure, but I have a report that he is a destroyer sunk now. This is maybe the same destroyer I attacked last time. Maybe he burned out or he gets... maybe. So, no real big air war, no big navy engagement. Land war was okay. 2 big battles, both the one victory for me in Balikpapan, and then Java we make it. Jochen can still hold the base, but it's a question how long. I don't think much longer. So I'm already in this hex, and I'm now moving with all my forces in Xi'an. I'm still waiting how Jochen is reacting. I must make sure that maybe if Jochen concentrate all his forces in Xi'an, then it will be a this will be a slaughter. So I wait that he maybe weaken his formation in Xi'an, that I can take the base without too high losses. Once I take the base, I have already my tactical goals here in north of China nearly complete. Xi'an and all the inner Mongolia is under control of Japan. These 3 bases are then a bonus for the end of the year. So if I can get up to end of the year all of these bases, I'm already in a better position to get all the oil and resources out of northern China to support the industry in China mainland, so that I don't need to ship anything from Japan to China. Simply reduce logistic in the future. This oil in China is never enough to really help the big war effort, but it will make it sure that I have far enough oil and resources all in China. I have heavy industry, light industry, oil refineries, everything in China normally need no support from outside more. Yeah, in Changsha is I'm back to 8,500 attack value, and disruption is still at some units very high, but these are also the units with low TOE, so they are all moving out. So I'm waiting that they are moving out, and then I can attack in Changsha maybe next turn again, or next turn latest. And this will normally teach me and show me if it's possible to simply break the position here by force. If it's not working with the second attack, if it's again like 1 to 3 kill ratio in favor for the Chinese, then I will stop here. Then it's simply not working. Nothing else here. Burma is always quiet. Nothing more here. Submarines, but no real big activity. Still there's 2 blocking forces here. I coming here, take this base, I take this base, I move here up. I'm waiting that I can finish Java. Java looks fine. My TOE is here still high. Some units are a little burnt out. This unit here is maybe time to rest. Maybe I take this unit out and bring it to Batavia and keep it garrison there and then heal. I also bring here additional forces, so I will not lose attack value. I bring even more attack value inside, so maybe I wait one turn to rest my units, wait that everything else arrive, and then I make the final last attempt to take Bendering, and then it's really over. And then the month is also over, and then I finish taking Java by February. I took also Bali Papan by February. The only thing what is really not working, mainly because some rules was new for me and I misunderstand them, is this Tarakan stuff. If I could bring in all my paratroopers in one big sweep, I maybe had the base already, so Tarakan will wait 1 or 2 weeks more. I must maybe bring in Navy Guard units. So I take Bali Papan, rest my units, clean the mines, and then I will maybe bring some unit to Tarakan to help here with the attack. Yes, nothing. So specific. So Jochen, don't try to attack Luganville for a long time, so I'm nearly finished with all airfield installation, then I can start fixing the port. Once this is done, I can increase the airfield to 4. And then I'm fine. I have here information that here is still a ship. And I attack the port, but simply my dive bombers are not enough. What is not working, and I don't know, don't ask me why. I normally had my dive bombers on navy attack plus secondary port. So find a navy target. If you find a fleet on the surface, attack it. If not, go for the port. I have here a target, but somehow they don't want to attack. Or the captain think, oh, this is so small ship, it's more value to attack the port. You cannot decide this. This is simply by commander decision. My subs are here still not really finding anything. Sometimes I detect the task force and I try to get in the way, but often then cannot find it. So maybe it's time that sooner or later I will maybe go for the Auckland line and put some subs here in the Auckland line. And sooner or later I also must maybe make sure that nothing will come here more source to Wellington and Dunedin. These are normally the 3 options for New Zealand. Auckland is number 1, Wellington number 2, and Dunedin is the most southern part. So Auckland I think for sure Jochen will use, and Wellington maybe also. And I have now I have here much more subs. Most of my new subs I bring normally here in this area. It is I concentrate my subs. Normally I only bring subs here to source and not much more. Most of my cruisers I operate in India Ocean, and also reinforcements go to India Ocean. So because here are all the carriers, so I have Air Force and new carriers and heavy cruisers, they all operate more or less in the Bay of Bengal or nearby, and subs will all go to Australia. This is a roughly situation. Good, thank you all, take care, bye bye.